going on? Damian Zabielski here, and on Thursday, 7th of February, I pitched off SkillBoost at the very first investment night by the Millennials Club and WorthOfMouth. So what ended up happening was I got a message from Chris, one of the founders of the Millennials Club, and he said, listen, you have a good business idea, pitch it off our first investment night happening on Thursday. I'm like, cool. Now, I've been working on SkillBoost for about 6 months, and I have never pitched off to the public. And the idea is to start pitching for funding in July of this year. But I have a big thing that I go about in my life, which is build what you need before you actually need it. So before I need funding in July, I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to start practicing and really developing that pitch in front of the public, in front of investors. So once I need the funding, I would just be ready to just slam the presentation swiftly and as easy as I can. And presenting also helps you to elaborate on what you're trying to build, and not everyone will understand what you have in your head until you actually get to show them and interact with them about your business or product or service. So cool. I ended up building the pitch deck, which is your sort of presentation that you do. And on the day of the event, on Thursday, I woke up. I had such a busy day ahead of me. I was so nervous, there was so much anxiety going on in my body. Pitched off in the morning, tried pitching off to my mum. The presentation was supposed to last 5 minutes. I presented to my mum 6-7 minutes, so I was 2-3 minutes too long. But I had to go to work straight away. Came back and I went straight off to Oldgate, which is the place where it was happening, the relay building. Came in, Millennials Club and WorthOfMouth hosting it. You see Chris, you see Sam, you see, both Samuels, you see Shanola, Anton, all of them introducing the WorthOfMouth and the Millennials Club event. It was fantastic. There were so many different people, so many different faces that I already knew, and it's really nice to be connecting with all these different people. There's about 40-50 people in general, and I got to meet the investors. And as I was talking with one of the investors, I literally had so much anxiety built up inside me that I almost literally threw up at him. Luckily, I managed to just hold it up, took a sip of water, went to the toilet, just got myself into my zone, came out. Chris said, who's the first person that wants to step up on our very first investment night? I said, listen, let me go and set the standard. So he gave me a beautiful introduction. My good friend Damian is going to be pitching. That's the very first pitcher for the TMC and WorthOfMouth investment night. I jumped on, and what ended up happening was I was so nervous that I messed up the first minute. Managed to kind of jump in, finished strongly, and then I had the feedback from investors. The crowd ended up enjoying what I was doing. The investors literally hammered at me for about 5 minutes, telling me all the different things that I did wrong. Most people would just basically get a negative mindset from getting hammered at, just getting a lot of negative feedback. But listen, that's kind of what I was there for. And even though it did feel a bit listen, you're there to learn. You're not perfect. If someone says you need to improve on it, just take it and go. That's the biggest thing. You need to build these sort of feedback loops where you're getting feedback back from the person and developing your idea even further. Essentially what the investors told me, and what is a good thing for you to start doing if you're going to be pitching off your business for investments of any type, is you have to clearly identify what your business does. How does it do what it does? What is your business revenue model? So if your business is going to be making money, how is it going to be making money? If it's not going to be making money because you're doing a social enterprise or you're a non-profit, you still need to somehow make money to keep that business sustainable. Because if you're not making any money, then listen, you're selling yourself a dream. And then the fourth thing was about the most important thing is, why are you doing it? So try to explain a story behind why you even started the business. It's a good thing to start implementing stories for why you started a business to kind of hook the audience. And then if you're building a tech business, so if you're building anything that is either a physical product or a technical product, like an application or a website, show it during your presentation. I kind of just put a picture up of my MVP, which is the minimum viable product of the actual website. People saw it, they didn't really understand it. So the next time, what I need to do is actually take the audience on a journey of how they will use the website, and potentially that could even be a way of introducing a potential customer into our business model. So it'd be great to show them step by step of how the website would actually work for SkillBoost to the actual audience. So if you're having a technical product or if you're having a physical product, literally just go and show them. It's a lot easier to show someone than to explain what's in your head, even though what's in your head to to you could be very, very simple. To someone else, it could be like mumbo jumbo type of thing. So that's kind of what I learned, and I really appreciated the advice from Amajit and Brad, who were the two investors of the night. And yeah, hopefully in a couple months when we're ready to start gaining funding, I'm going to be as smooth as James Bond chatting up a red dressed woman at the bar. So thank you very much for tuning in.